Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. We're talking about everything. Garrianna gonna join us and get cussed the fuck out. Please do not take anything Garrianna say literally. Because
most of the time I literally mean everything I say.
she's not that racist.
I'm not racist at all because I can't be a reverse racist because
yeah, come on, hear that black shit. I'm tired of this black shit.
First of all, this is sociological thought.
Yeah, I'm doing
not
my
black.
intro.
These are in white books.
Cut off.
You guys,
All right,
Miss Pat,
shut the fuck up.
Miss Pat calls Garrianna racist halfway through. You're gonna love it.
Yes. Do I need to hit you with this for laugh? I'm recording my fucking podcast. Hold on for a second.
Oh shit! All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned after the music.
You better get up, get out, and tune into this podcast. Miss Pat spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. That's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? Is it real though? They cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it.
I gotta ask you this, because I'm tired of talking about it. So what have you guys been doing in your quarantine? Me, personally, I've been painting my 2,600 square foot basement.
Been making everybody's life terrible. She woke me up 5 o'clock. I feel you were yelling about skunks.
Sconces.
What's a skunt? I don't know.
What is a
Yelling
skunk?
about skunks
Wall
at 5 in the
sconces
morning.
Are the covers for your
Well, the
bedding.
kids broke my fucking skunks. I took out the wall.
My God. And I woke up to that at 5 in the morning. I said, my God.
They broke my. Then I literally had to go out and buy new lights. So I've been painting the
Like you
whole.
weren't gonna do that.
She was gonna do
I
it
was
anyway.
gonna use my old lights because they were fucking fine. I was like, oh, let's go with the design I'm doing now. But for literally 3 weeks, I literally have been painting the basement. I mean, because okay, what happened was I am a DIY person. I like to do DIYs. I don't cut the wood. My husband do it, but I come up with all the ideas and I get it started. But one day I go downstairs and Gary, I sleep downstairs and it is towed the fuck up. You agree?
Everybody sleep downstairs. Oh, first of all, I'm not going to let you put all the blame on me like I'm the only person downstairs. We was all downstairs doing what we had to do to survive. And so if it looked like the Hunger Games, it might be because it was.
You just described The Walking Dead.
She's not wrong. Like Dion, before you got here, like I was just like, oh my God, because we had a stranger in the house. You know, I'm family now, so
Oh, yeah.
she'll yell at the kids in front of me. But poor Ramon.
In front of company? He was like in front of company, really?
Right, Garrianna. Poor Ramon was asleep on the floor, and the trash hadn't been taken out. I mean, she came in with a broom like it was 1913. Like, get the trash out.
You ragamuffin! Get off my couch!
Pacing them around.
Yeah,
It's
get
crazy
your
because
ass
I
up.
could have taken out the cat dry.
Because, I mean, I got to wash and fold. You see, I got laundry over here. It was way more than that. I folded all. Then I went back to paint. So the day I fucking was painting a door and the fucking paint had been frozen. So all this
let me
gummy
get it
shit.
straight. You're mad that people aren't helping you live life. Is that what I'm hearing? Yes. You got to do things.
You're not
She
servanting
said,
part.
No.
I had kids so you can do what I want you to do.
No, I'm telling you the way my project came up is I wasn't going to do anything on this quarantine but chill. Watch
No, she
TV,
wasn't.
shop on
That's not like. Now,
So,
is that like her?
You're not even capable of doing what you just
was
said.
lying. Look
you
at
are
her.
not
She's
capable of just chilling.
Chilling. You don't know what it
When
means.
have you ever just chilled in your life for 3 weeks? Never.
You at the same time. That's how I know we
Well,
like.
anyway.
You are a get up, get out, and get something done type of person.
Well, I went downstairs one day, because I never go
No,
downstairs.
she went downstairs looking for a problem, and she found herself one. Don't go through your boyfriend's phone unless you don't want to find something you don't want to see. And that's what she did. She went through her
I found a lot of
boyfriend's phone. She found some dirt she didn't want to see, and now she has
I
to come
mean,
fix it.
Garrianna hadn't cleaned her bathroom. Her room was just, the kids had holes everywhere. I was like, oh my fucking God, who lives there? Animals? clothes. So I just threw everything out of her room. I just said, come on, let's get this shit out. That day, I went to Lowe's. I said, I'm painting this motherfucker. And I was only going to paint Garrianna's room. Then I painted her room, and I said, oh, this really look good. And I said, oh, shit, I need to do the bathroom. Then I did the bathroom. I said, oh, shit, you can't do the bathroom without doing the hallway. Right. Then the next thing I know, you can't. I done tore the countertops down, got painted.
Have sex without looking at the booty hole. What? Yeah, you can. You don't got to do all that.
Yeah, it is.
Go sit your ass down.
This did have like a COVID-19 spread in the basement. It started at Garrianna's room and then quickly spread to that kitchen, which was a perfectly fine kitchen.
Oh, I'm at Junebug room now.
No, look, she kicked me. I wasn't in the room to begin with because my bed was broken, and then I wasn't in the bathroom either because that was broken. So I was sleeping on the couch. Now she's uplifted my couch and moved it. I got to sleep in Yolanda's room. This is a twin bed. I'm two whole people full. Well, I'm a full person. If it's a full bed, I'm a full person. This girl, her head was on my titties. Her leg was on top of my leg. I was sweating. I ain't never sweat, so it felt like I was exercising. I don't like that. I don't like the exercise. I was over here sweating last night. Then you woke me up at 5 in the morning talking about sconces. Then the sun want to shine. I don't like being places where the sun shine. That's weird. I ain't seen the sun about 3 weeks. I didn't even know she was out there like that. And I woke up to the sunshine. Who do that? That's nasty.
Well, it looks really good now. So, shut the fuck up.
I don't like the sun like that. I take my vitamin D pills, and that makes up for it. But I'm not really messing with the sun like that. Well, that's the same sun that oppressed our ancestors. That hoe been there for years, beaming down on our slave ancestors. Think about that. That sounds racist.
So the sun is.
I'm not gonna let you do that to the sun.
The sun is racist. Makes the food grow. There's some Republican listening right now. See, they would just want to take everything from us, including the sun.
So my project is going really well. This weekend, I get my countertops, and let me tell you. So I got so crazy with the remodel because I love DIY shit. When I start watching DIY shit, I just tap every fucking thing. Literally, I've been wearing the same pair of pants for 3 weeks.
It looks like you've been.
Like it
looks like you've been beat the hell.
No, I wash my ass and I put on the same thing every day. The good part about this whole project,
you don't wash the clothes. That's what absorbs the.
Shut the fuck up. The good part about this is that I have literally not had on a bra since we quarantined.
You've never had on a bra, like
I do. I wear a bra to work.
And only that, you take that thing off.
Yeah, but I've never went.
No, don't you take that thing off as soon as you get to that room.
I never went.
If after a show you're.
No, I never went this long without a bra. And I'm not putting on a bra until.
She's been liberated. Yes.
Until they open the economy. She's with the protesters.
When they open the lobby of Cracker Barrel, I will put on a bra.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you can trust them crackers in that barrel. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. When I can go sit down and eat, because I go to Lowe's every day, just titties hanging.
Don't you? So why would you switch back to a bra if you feel better without it?
Yes.
Yeah,
you're liberated
like that. Anything.
Well, fair enough, but I'm talking about anywhere else.
Oh, when I'm home during the day, I won't wear a bra. But when I go to work, I'm fly sometimes. I don't wear a bra. But this is the first time I've gone months without a bra.
Yes, you're going to firm up them titties. It actually gives you some buoyancy, but yours are at your knees. I don't know how much lift it going to give you for real.
So
my fans don't like when you talk about me.
You're saying...
I don't care about them. My fans love it.
So,
shout out to the Lehigh.
That was a great tennis.
So you're saying
there.
she has knock-kneed titties. That's what you're
knock-kneed.
And they bow-legged too.
So
bow-legged titties.
Got a floating eye.
Now that might be true. So y'all know I like to shop, but I love the clearance rack, right?
Right.
So I said,
I'm just laughing at you. I can't buy a toaster till it's on the clearance rack. They're $10.
I don't give a fuck.
We got Airborne in there that's like expired because it was on the clearance rack. I'm like, I don't think this is working. You got to take like 5 packs to get one gram of vitamin C.
Just take it off. So anyway, I go up to Value City Furniture today, right? So I said, I need to find something just to go downstairs for the kids.
The whole place is a clearance rack.
It sure is. Value City. It's got the worst fucking furniture. Unless you buy what's on the floor. Because what's on the floor is always better than what they deliver you.
Really?
Yes. Because they try to make it look decent on the floor, but that's not what you're going to get at your house. So I ended up going up there today.
You know that, but you still go there?
Yeah, so I bought a
And
flow
then you
motor
get it for
today.
Kids, it's really gonna be broken.
So anyway, I go there and I see all of this Christmas shit on clearance, 90% off. And I said, oh my God, I got to have that clearance shit. But I said, I got to run up to Lowe's real quick. I come back and the white women bought all the clearance shit. I was so mad. I wanted to push Karen down. I literally wanted to push them Karens
What
down.
kind of Christmas shit was it?
It was the fucking Christmas trees, little light up Christmas trees. The little ones, they was decorative. It was all type of vase. Oh, candles, the fucking little big ass candles. Oh, they was like $129. It was 90% off. That's the type of shit I like to do. And I was like, you bitches. But I got these badass cowhide shells that was regular $109, and I paid $20 for them. I said, well,
Welcome to
bitch,
the
y'all didn't
coupon
get
show.
these.
I saw these broke ass chairs on your Instagram.
They're not broke.
They look
they
so bad.
Fuck you. They didn't look
They look
bad.
like your titties knock knee.
You know, I'm always on your side, Miss Pat, but
No, that was a good
These
deal.
chairs are on your Instagram?
Yeah, they're on my Instagram story. They're beautiful.
Can you show me? I blocked her.
did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't. I just don't know where my phone is.
I woke up early.
They're on your story?
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
put 'em in.
shit.
Say it, Dion. Say it.
These chairs look like melted Oreos.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Looks like a cow abortion.
Those are ugly.
Well, they're not going to be ugly when
What
I
are you
get to
using
work.
these for?
The basement.
For what on the basement?
To sit at the bar.
Are we having a cowboy theme? You got to change the whole entire thing now.
No,
These chairs are hideous, Miss Pat.
you just saying that now. They're not his.
He's looking. He keeps looking at them.
I don't.
They
give-
literally look like somebody spilled cookies and cream ice cream all over.
Mm-hmm.
Watch when I finish with it. You know, my husband thought
When
it
you
was.
gonna-
My husband thought it was hideous when I started the basement, but look at it now.
Still hit.
Full of abused children.
Poor Miss Pat.
Poor Miss Pat. Poor them kids.
I am a good provider.
Provider, thank you. I hope you use the right
So
one.
how much more do you have to do? We're 3 weeks in now.
We 3 weeks in. Well, the kitchen, the doors are gonna go back up in the kitchen. The granite is coming Wednesday or Thursday this week, and then I have to paint the trim. So I'm 40 something years old. I just can't bend over all the way around 2,800 square feet. So I have this mat thing that it went to some outdoor furniture. So I literally lay on that and I slide on the floor.
Like a car mechanic?
What? Please let
And
me
she
get
has to
video
get
of
up
this.
the whole row because if she get up, she can't get back down. She can only get up and down one time a day.
Yeah, I can't-
So if she get up to go to the bathroom, that's the end of the
This
painting
is
for the day.
Oh God, if you had to poop, oh no.
So I
That's
get
why
on the
it's been
floor.
so low. She had to get up to pee.
So I lay on that flat and I just drag myself like a dog with no legs. And I paint all the trim and I do all the floor touch up. And it is so pretty.
It's just like
That's what I do.
I applaud you.
Yeah.
You are a hard worker.
Yeah.
You're an innovator. You see.
And my next project is I think me and my husband are going to start this weekend. We're going to build an entertainment center because I got
Is that
a
his
quote-
idea or your idea?
my idea. So I got a quote, and the guy was like, the guy who was here earlier, he said $4,000. I was like, nigga, no. I'm not giving you no $4,000. Nigga, no. That's not what I'm gonna do.
How big is this entertainment center?
It's about the size of a whole wall.
How much entertainment do you have?
Well,
she's missing. It's a movie theater
that's not what I'm
screen.
talking about.
Is it that one?
No.
Or it's for the big TV in the living room.
Yeah.
Oh, my daddy gonna die. I really loved him, and I miss him dearly. Even now,
So we're gonna. It's real simple.
Gotta
It's
help.
really cute. It's really simple. And so
So how big is the TV going to be?
it's already down there. It's like what we got a 50-inch down there.
oh, okay. Well, we're doing two different sizes, but okay.
It's like a 50 or 60 something already down there for the kids. So
Sound system?
no, they don't need all that. Them motherfucker already turned the TV up too loud. Be fucking with me.
So what are you putting on this entertainment center then?
Well, it's just pictures and stuff. We're gonna build it.
I'm gonna make a ancestral altar.
Girl, nobody want to hear that black shit. Nobody want to hear nothing about your fucking ancestors. We don't know them niggas.
Wow, really? Really? Mama,
Black
Nigga,
they,
you do
they
know.
the same ones you.
You
We
do
got the
know
same
you
ones.
are one of her ancestors, right?
Technically.
You talk
You
about
are.
yourself.
I'm not her ancestors.
Yes, you are. You came before me, you dope.
If it wasn't for you, she wouldn't be here. So it's kind of how lineage works.
Don't try to explain no family trees to her. She barely watched Roots. She don't understand.
So you're doing the entertainment center. You've already got the TV.
No, I'm. Y'all better set up. Girl, you really need to get that.
Mama, you put them down there. I told you where to put them.
What is it?
They downstairs.
Come upstairs. Bleep this out.
Bleep it.
Putting in the Patreon. How about we take a break?
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. Please don't start that bullshit. Because I am doing my fucking podcast.
About crafting. It's a craft cast.
No wonder these kids hate me. When they see me, they get yelled at.
No, this is how it always is. It's like even
That's
if Santa Claus showed up, they were gonna get yelled at.
Okay.
That's entertainment. So we're back. So that's my project. And I don't like to use big power tools. My husband really never showed me because if I would need something cut, he'll cut it. But I usually come up with the idea. Because I think I'm cheap.
Yeah, definitely.
You think so?
You don't want to buy a toaster until it's on clearance.
Right.
You're cheap with things that
Toasters
don't
cost
matter. then you're
$10.
expensive
Dion has
with
like
things.
5 of them.
You spend more money on fast food than you got to spend on a toaster.
You got that right.
Period.
That's very much true.
That's true.
Who is cheaper, you or Garrett?
Oh, get
Oh,
it.
her.
Really?
Yes, because Pop will be cheap on things that are like meaningless. She'll be cheap on things that actually require you to spend money on. It's the opposite. When it comes to something important, he'll spend money.
No, you won't. Mm-hmm. Only thing
He might
spent-
buy Equate toothpaste, but he'll get you high quality anything else.
he only buy name brand tissue. Scotch. And everything else is Walmart brand. I've never seen nobody eat. How the fuck do you eat Walmart Doritos?
Ew.
They're not that bad.
Oreo, fake ass Oreo.
First of all,
Walmart.
we ain't gonna disparage Twist and Shout like that. If you bring out some Twist and Shouts, all the kids go crazy. Don't play Twist and Shout like that. Don't do it.
I don't know why that's so funny, but
That's their name. For
yeah,
Oreo.
I know. It's just so funny. Twisted shout.
Or the Sam's Club brand. Don't play with them.
You know, my dad used to buy that. We for the life of us, we could not figure. Nobody ate this shit. My dad would buy Kaboom cereal
Oh.
with the clown on it.
Yes,
It's fucking disgusting.
It
But
was
he
Wick
kept
cereal.
Buying this shit. I'm like, nigga, nobody eats this. Nobody. We got 4 boxes in the goddamn pantry. Stop buying this bullshit. Nobody eats it. This is good cereal. Nigga, you don't even eat it.
Well, that's better than the no name corn flakes. And then we didn't have milk, so we put water on ours with sugar. And when it's we used to
Why I
use-
don't trust your cooking because you just eat anything. You hear that?
I didn't have
That's why she
fucking
can't
choice.
cook.
But we didn't. My mama didn't buy milk, so she would literally go into like the pantries, the church pantries, and get cereal. And I'm like, why are you getting cereal? We don't fucking have milk. And then we tried that powder milk like one time, and in my mind, a cell said, "You ain't that poor, bitch. Just use water." And so we just started using water on our cereal.
You ain't that poor.
Yeah, we just started using water. You never ate your cereal with water?
Nigga, no.
I'm lactose intolerant. I don't drink milk.
Do you use water?
I use almond milk.
Water and cereal is the most disgusting thing I can think of.
And y'all stay pregnant. Usually all you have to do is pop out a titty. See, you ain't trying to solve your own problems.
I'm not eating no titty milk cereal. Get the fuck out of here.
I got
Crazy
nutrients.
Rabbit, that's for kids.
They should have a titty milk favorite cereal for children.
No, thank you.
It's good. Iron.
Water and cereal is such a bad. Like, if you're gonna do the powdered milk, then you have to mix that with water. Right. So why not just?
It just didn't taste good. So when we
You can't tell me water and cereal taste any worse or
hush,
better.
guys,
There's 4 kids in the corner.
I don't remember. I just remember that's how we used to eat our cereal. And we didn't eat a lot of cereal because my mama didn't spend her food stamps on cereal. My mama cooked every fucking day. Well, Monday through Thursday. And then on the weekend, you probably fend for yourself. And if she was sober on Sunday, you would get a Sunday meal. If not, we would go to the church and run a scheme. But, but she would cook like butter beans. And I think that I don't like beans now. Like, I can't eat a lot. Like, my brother used to love butter beans. You know what butter beans is? Mm-hmm. And sometimes we would have nothing but the fat back out of the butter bean because that's what she cooked to me. And he would get so fucking excited. When I ever told you this story, he would get so excited when he'd get butter bean, he would hit a split. And he would just dance. He would pour a shit ton of ketchup on them. And so I can't eat butter beans. I don't fucking want no butter beans. My mama cooked beans every fucking day. And I remember she used to cook them with like pig necks. Pigtails. The tail from the pig.
Just Dion's face when you said pig necks.
Like, that's so out of the way poor. Like,
the fuck is out of the way
like
poor?
You're just going the extra mile to be poor. Like,
yeah,
pigtails?
Like,
you got to work to go find pigtails.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
You know, you don't because in the South, that's just everywhere. I guess up north is different.
Yeah.
What store were you going?
I don't know where the fuck
it used to be called the Curb Market. It's like the farmer's market downtown by Greater Memorial Hospital in there. And that's where we would get her from. That's where she got her chicken ass at by the pound. And chicken feet.
That's where she got her chicken ass by the pound.
You laughing at? Fuck is you laughing at?
You think they sell chicken ass by the piece? Nah, nigga, that chicken got fat ass. We gonna cut this bitch up and sell it by the pound.
And you only supposed to use those to like make broth out of. Nobody's actually supposed to eat it. They only get sold to make broth and stuff out of.
But there wasn't like a grocery store or like a Dollar General?
Grocery store. Yeah, the grocery store. There was no Dollar General back then. It was Piggly Wiggly. We would go to like the farmer's market, Piggly Wiggly.
I love Piggly.
All those grocery stores. You know, this is before the big store, before Walmart. Was no Walmart back then.
Yeah, I mean when we were kids,
Sunshine. I remember I remember my kid's father taking me to shopping one time, and we had to. I just thought he loved me, y'all. So he took me. I don't know if I ever told y'all this story, but he took me to Sunshine, which is equivalent to the dollar store now.
He bought you those shoes.
Yeah, he bought me them jelly shoes and them red shorts, and he spent $2 and gave them to me in 2 different bags, and I felt like I had been shopping. I was like, he loved me. He took me shopping. So you would go, places like that. Kroger was always around, but poor people or lower income people went more to like Wayfield and shit like that.
I never went. I'm trying to think. Like my mom would go to Cubs. Like she would bounce around. She would never go to the same grocery store.
So you didn't go to Cubs unless you had some money or some food stamps. And my mama was the type of person where she made her food stamps stretch for 5 kids, like at least for 24 days.
So y'all didn't go to the grocery store every week?
No, we got food stamps. And we didn't have a car, so we walked.
Yeah.
We was the people who stole the buggy and parked it in their yard.
That was one of our chores. Like Friday, you was going to have to take all the groceries out the car. Like that was every...
Well, your mom and dad had a job. On the 3rd, your mama get a food stamp. On the 15th, you're going to take all the groceries out the car.
Did you?
And my mama didn't just buy. I was just telling somebody this. I think I was talking to you. My mama just didn't. Back in those days when you got welfare and food stamp, you could buy seeds.
Yeah.
You can't. People don't do it anymore. You could take your welfare food stamps, take your food stamp, and you could literally buy seeds with the food stamps. My mama would buy seeds and plant them motherfuckers. Because she had a garden.
Yeah.
So you would look out back, nigga, we got to go out there and pick 12 heads of cabbage and shit. I'm like, I hate this mother. And I know I told this story 100 times. When it didn't rain, she would make us put all those nails in the tree because she thought if you put nails in the tree, it was going to rain. And then she used to blame it on her. You bitches ain't doing it right. You ain't putting the nails in the tree right. It ain't rain. I'm like, bitch, the nail is in the tree.
How does that happen?
It was so many nails in the tree, the fucking tree died.
How did your mom make money?
welfare. I'll say, okay, listen to this. So you got to look at it like this.
She used her welfare right, though.
You got to look at it like this. My mom was born in 1949. She had her first child when she was 13, like 12 or 13 by an older man like me.
Yeah.
Uneducated in the ghetto. When I tell you, I be fucking up when I be reading. I don't know something. Thank God I got educated kid. Well, my mom was plumb dumb. She couldn't read nothing on the mail but her fucking name. Literally, we be sitting there really young trying to translate for this lady. When I tell you she say she dropped out of school in the 6th grade. Mm-hmm. She was born in 19. So back in those days, you got to remember the times that she was coming up in.
Right.
She had those kids really young. She was in and out of abusive relationship her whole fucking life. So, and I used to like hate her because of the thing that happened to me. But then I had to realize she only had me what she had been handed.
Right.
So, but she was like, I've never met anybody as dumb as my mama.
No, because she was smart. Like, look, she might not be able to read or whatever, but she was smart because she planted fruits and vegetables. She tried to get herself the best deal. She was smart in other ways.
Yeah, I don't equate like in her situation, illiteracy. Was she?
I can say this. My mama never had a job. I can never remember my mama having a job. And let me say one of the reasons why, guys, because we lived in some housing project and her and the security guard got to fighting at this housing project. And I told you this before. And he hit her back up against the wall or some kind of way. And he fucked her spine up. So that was one of the reasons why I always picked. So she was a
disabled veteran. See, look, you talking about people who serve your community. Think about that.
But was she dumb? Or was she just like, when you say she couldn't read, there was illiterate? I don't equate that.
She had survivor skills like me. She just couldn't read the newspaper and stuff like that. Like when she got that lawsuit for the security guard hurting her and they put us out the project, the lawyer literally took all her money.
She wasn't dumb. She was uneducated. There's a huge difference between being incapable of learning versus just not knowing what you need to learn.
Right. Yeah. So with that, she had 5 kids and she didn't know anything about school. She couldn't help us. But when she wasn't drunk, I can say this, we always had a place to stay. We got evicted a lot, but we got evicted together. She always
She kept this
like
family
that was an
together.
option to get evicted apart. What? Nigga, you were 4 years old. Patricia, now you stay here. You don't gotta go. What?
I've read Rabbit. I'm not ruling it out. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to stop you there. That's ridiculous.
She kept this family together from apartment to apartment.
We always lived in houses. We never lived in an apartment. Ooh. But we lived in a place called The Bluff. It's a documentary on it. It got hit with heroin really bad after we moved out. But we just moved around in the neighborhood. Literally, we would get evicted from one house and we'll move into another house. I remember I told you we moved into a place that my mama had a thing. You either want lights or gas. So a lot of time we never had gas. So we always boiled our water to take a bath. And there ain't nothing like boiling your water and filling up that tub with that hot ass water and then another nigga jump in your hot water.
You would think you would lock the bathroom door.
So you standing over the hot plate trying to heat up your next pot, and you get it half full, and then your brother go in there jumping, a dirty motherfucker. So I mean, that's how I grew up. Like I grew up. We never we always lived in like maybe a 1 or 2 bedroom house or 1 or 2 bedroom house, because that's what it was back in those days. Like the house we had with the fireplace. Now that I look back at the house, I don't know what a room was. Because I remember living in a duplex that was considered a 1 bedroom, but the kitchen was so big, like my kitchen, she hung a sheet up to make a room out of half of the kitchen. And in the daytime, you had to take the sheet down so it could be the whole kitchen. I mean, but, that's just how we grew up. Roaches and being with that. I mean, you don't really know you poor when you coming up until somebody say you poor.
Right.
Till you happen to watch TV and say, what the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah,
Them niggas got meat and bread.
It hits you hard when you find out how poor you are.
It did. It really did. It hit me really. I was like, oh. At first, I used to get really mad. Like I was like, why would she get all these food stamps and feed us chicken ass?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because like we used to go to the crew. I don't know. We used to go to the curb market, and after the curb market closed, we would dig in the trash can and get food out. Because they would throw away, the bread. And it don't be bad. It might be expired. Yeah. Or the cabbage might be brown on one side. She cut it off and cooked the other part. That's good. So...
Bacteria does not travel.
Yeah.
Restaurants still do that. I don't know why. Yeah, they do that all the time.
So, that's how I grew up. I think that's why I get so mad like at them, my kids. Because, you look at my kids, they some bitches.
What?
They're like, can I order Grubhub? Can I order this? Where's your card?
I only do DoorDash. That's how I know she's lying. She's making up stories.
Whatever. And so you look at my kids, and then they like when I said I went downstairs and did the basement. I would have died to live in a house like this when I was little.
Yeah. You're mad at them for
and
the
we're
life
dying because we live here.
you worked hard to give them the life you never had, and of course you're gonna be mad.
And then like they just tear up your furniture, and they take advantage of shit, and they just.
Did you ever tear up any furniture that your mom had?
They ain't had nothing but a bucket. Didn't you see her life story? They had one bucket they all shared.
Yeah, what kind of
even paying attention?
What kind of furniture and stuff did you have in the house?
We always got our furniture when the next person got put out. So you wait on somebody to get evicted, and you run over there and grab their shit and put it in your house.
That's a recipe for
like y'all was just waiting behind the corner. They got the notice on their door. 4 more hours, we get everything in there.
20-something days, we gonna get all that shit. Oh, nothing. I remember the sofa that I laid on that saved my life when I told y'all the story about the roaches got all over me.
Did y'all ever rob the pizza man?
No, nigga, we robbed nobody. Well, no. Well, where I lived at, it was do not deliver pizza to that community.
They already knew what it was.
Yeah, when did you find the cash to order pizza, Dion?
Yeah, we didn't have no fucking cash.
They're buying chicken ass by the LBs.
She just said she didn't have no out taking or takeout until she was like 28 or something like that.
No, when I became a drug dealer, I went to this mall in Atlanta. It was Greenbrier Mall, and I was shopping, and I was like, "What's that fucking Chick-fil-A? What the fuck is that?" And
the heavens opened, the pearly gates parted.
Her cholesterol never been low.
I thought it was chicken-fila, because F-I-L.
Chicken-fila.
Sounds like a terrible basketball shoe.
No, Fila's out here making chicken. Y'all didn't know. The streets are hip.
I thought it was chicken-fila. So my friend who I was with, I was like, let's get some of that. She said, I'm not eat that, but them bougie ass, because Greenbrier is where black people shop, right? But it's like, it was more like the upper class black people back when I was selling drugs. My friend was like, tell them I eat that shit with bougie ass niggas. And everybody in line looked like they had some money. She like, that shit too high, bitch. Let's go to church. So I said, nah, I want to try this shit here. And so, because I got drug dealing money. We going to the club. Nigga. I didn't even know how to order. I said, what everybody order? And the girl was like, you want a chicken sandwich? I was like, I guess. I said, what you got to drink? Well, we got lemonade. We make it, so give it to me. I tried that shit. I said, what the fuck is this? I ain't never ate churches.
I love churches.
And people like, that shit too high. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
You got turned out by Chick-fil-A.
A whole new world.
Because we used to shop all the time. Like, we used to shop before we went to the comedy, not the comedy club. Before we went out to the clubs. And they had a store in Greenbrier Mall called Horn Shoe Store. So it sold all the riding boots. I told y'all about the riding boots. That's black when everybody was fucking old men about them riding boots. Cause riding boots were like
what?
Riding boots are like $150 in the 80s, right? And it's the boots that you see white people with the horse on, but black people turn them fashions. So they tied up in his front and they call riding boots. But you really couldn't afford them because they were like $150. And then at that time, they only came in a cream and a brown pair. And it's placed in Greenbrier Mall called Horn Shoe Store. You sell them. Nigga, I had a light man, right? And the light man who used to check my meter, he liked me. Oh, he was the most ugly thing I ever seen in my life. And he took me to Taco Bell one day. And he was like, what you want? I'm like, I don't know about no damn Taco Bell. He said, well, get a Supreme. I was like, what the fuck is a Supreme? That's when I discovered sour cream.
A whole new world.
I was like, what's this?
She discovered sour cream.
She's the Columbus of sour cream.
For real.
I had never had sour cream. And so I was like, what's this? Why she said, I said, it's pretty good on a taco. So I just kept buying Taco Bell after that. And so I wanted some riding boots. He's like, oh, he's so pretty. You're so pretty. And so he bought me some riding boots. And so he wanted me. So I said, I got to sleep with this ugly ass man for $150.
Did you?
So look, we go to the hotel because at this time, this man had been spending all his money. He was really nice. He was buying my baby pepper. And then I think I'm like 15 because I didn't even have Nike.
Oh my God.
And so, but he didn't know how old I was. And he said, you really don't want to do that? I said, I don't want to.
I'd have hit you with, but I make sour cream.
Oh my God.
He took me home.
Look at that. That's a consent. That's a king. Look at that.
Yeah, legit.
Whoa.
We finally found
feminist.
it took 70 episodes, but we finally found the man
one good man
that wouldn't exploit you as a child. It's really amazing.
But he continued to read my meter wrong. He would read my light meter wrong. And he always gave me money. And he said, when you attracted to me, let me know. I was like, it ain't gonna be never.
Said, well, nigga, when you stop turning these lights on, you can be fine in the dark.
Oh man.
He taught me the Red Lobster. He would take me out to eat, and he was just so ugly to me. I can see him now. I hope he ain't dead. He was tall, kind of fat, with a Jerry curl, a long Jerry curl on his shoulder. Oh.
I'm picturing Pinky from Friday.
You know who I'm picturing? You know the guy from Coming to America? Well, what is it, like chocolate?
Randy Watson?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
Yeah,
I was
he was
thinking like
Randy Watson.
Charlie Murphy in the Rick James skit. Now, is there any way that this guy came to your house and didn't know you were 15 though? Like that guy knew that you had to be.
Didn't know. A lot of people. I was big breasted. A lot of people. I never talked like a kid because the survivor had to kick in so soon. I already had a baby, and so my mama used to always say, "Won't you date him?" I'm like, "Bitch, won't you date him? You like you went to school with him." Because my ex was treating me like shit. She's like, "That's a good man." I said, "Well, you can have him." So he would literally come over and bring Ashley stuff, but I was not attracted to him like that. And he never really forced me, but he would come by. He was married too, so he would come by and take me out to eat. And
yeah, I knew that he was too good to be true. Like,
yeah.
I think he was married. I don't know. I think he was married. I think he told me he was married. But like he would put me in the Georgia Power truck and take me up to Taco Bell.
I'm glad he wasn't a child rapist, but
I'd have beat his ass.
Mm-hmm. There's so few good men in these stories. You got to lash on to the few that there.
Yeah, but he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. He bought me some riding boots and thank
didn't
God.
make you fuck him for him.
I know. He bought me the good one too. The blue ones had just came
He
out.
showed you sour cream. This guy's
And Red Lobster. You forgot about that.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
When I listen
He
back
took
to
her
these,
around the world.
I love listening back to these because there's a piece of Miss Pat that's so innocent. And like, and it always starts off, and it's going to be that childlike Miss Pat when she, like, she starts the story, stops, and goes,
yeah.
There's a heh, and then you just like, I don't know. When you tell these stories, it's not sad. Like you're reminiscing in a way that's like, he was a nice guy,
He was a nice guy. He really was a light man. Every now and then he crossed my mind. I said, "What old light man?" I don't even know his name. I always call him the light man. Because I met him checking my meter. He was going to cut my lights off. And I was like, I really don't have it. And then he said, well,
But you did have it, right?
I had no money. I wasn't even a drug dealer. I had moved. I had Ashley, got on welfare. and moved into my own place and thought I could pay my rent, and all they was giving me was $235. So my mama ended up moving in with me there, helping me pay the rent. It was a 2-bedroom. Then after that,
Where was your sister living there?
she was living there too with her baby. And my brother was there. My brother's one of my brother I can hardly remember. My oldest brother, Bo, he was always either in jail or gone. It's like Bo was so young. He probably was 16 years old and moved in with a 20-some-year-old lady who already had like 5 kids. And then he ended up having like 2 babies by her.
Jesus.
Is that his wife now?
No, she did. I be talking to my nieces and nephews on Instagram. And so when he had those kids, then he had another baby by another girl, and then he just kind of like disappeared. He would come back to the house, and he probably was 17. And I don't know why this image of him sticks in my head, but back in the day at the Omni, if you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about, which is was a Georgia Dome, nasty Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You could literally swim. You could ice skate inside of there. And he took me ice skating. My brother could ice skate his ass off. And that's all I remember, him taking me ice skating every now and then. And he bought me a burger. And I remember him taking me to see the most inappropriate shit ever, Purple Rain. He took me to see Purple Rain.
What Purple Rain?
Back in those days, Prince was crazy in Purple Rain. But he took me to see Purple Rain at the Rialto Theater. That's how far this go back. This is the early 80s. And so he was like everything to me. And then he just disappeared.
So how does this work with your abandonment issues? Let's unpack it.
No, I mean, like he turned into, he got on drugs and he's my oldest brother. He's biracial. He's really biracial. And he turned into somebody that I didn't know. Which he would imitate the police. He would imitate. Is that the right word?
Like, so he would act like to be
Pretend to
police?
be, yeah.
I don't think that they were laughing at the word imitate. They were laughing at him imitating.
Why would
Yeah,
he
like
do
what?
that? That's what I'm saying.
He would walk up on people, let me search you, and then steal their wallets and shit out their pockets, playing like you the police, and
Like the regular police, yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds
I mean,
about right.
he would fucking.
He should have joined the academy.
Right.
He was doing all kind of shit. Like he would use my stepdaddy name, and then he got on drugs. And then when I got with your daddy and we moved in our place, he came over and stole his watch one time, and I'm like, I'm sick of trying to have a fucking family with these niggas. I am sick. Then Maypop stole Gary necklace. I said, I am sick of these fucking nigga ass family members I got. And so, we all just went our own separate ways. My brother Ant went his separate way. My brother Tony, hey, I'm podcasting. My brother Tony is he's something wrong with him. That
He's slow.
Yeah, he is slow. He came over to the house one time. He was playing pool with my husband, and he said, Whitney Houston get her dope for me. I said, you remember that, Garrianna?
Absolutely.
Whitney and Bobby get they dope for me. I said, Tony, shut the fuck up. You don't know no motherfucking Whitney and Bobby. But that's how he go off. He be fantasizing like he famous and shit.
Yeah, I only remember your brother one time because I think you said like he had like HIV, and you were like, "Do your girlfriend know?" And he was like, "That's none of her business." I said, "Who is this man?" It was my first time ever meeting him.
No.
I was like 10.
No, he shut the
I
fuck
was like,
up.
"What is wrong with you?"
It's just looking. Garrianna is so smart that even at 10, she's like, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
That should be illegal.
no, my brother do have HIV. I don't know why you brought this up, but
I'm sorry, but that was like the first.
so he had HIV, and I don't know where he got it from. Most people don't know where they got it from. So he had a girlfriend. So I said, "Do your girlfriend know you got HIV?" And he said, "Baby." She said, "What?" He said, "Don't you know I got that shit?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "What the fuck?"
And she was like, in my head, I remember it so vividly. I was like, she got to be like 26.
No.
Like she was young, looking like 23, and she had a
he
little
was young.
baby.
He got it really young, but he's healthy.
No. Well, I didn't see him when he was young.
She knew he had it. He told, but he called it, "Don't you know I got that shit?" And she said, "Yeah, I know you got that shit." And I was like, "What kind of shit is this?" And so,
Love.
Yeah, that's love. He ain't with her no more.
Where he at?
I don't know. Last I heard, his girlfriend was beating him up at the train station.
You know, some people, because he ain't tell her. See, look at that.
Never mind.
He's
I don't even have anything to say.
Like what?
Who goes to the train station to get their ass whooped?
You don't go there. This is how it ended.
my brother just that's my me and my younger brother are much closer, but that brother, I don't know, he just crazy now. And he, like, if I give him my phone number, he would literally call me 10 times a day. Say, why you didn't call me yet? I'm like, I don't have shit to talk to you about.
It sounds like me when you call. You're like, why you? I don't have nothing to talk. I have literally been doing
Don't
nothing.
she call you about 6 times a day? And for what?
Always when she about to eat.
What'd she do the other day?
Oh, she was at Wendy's. I answer the phone. She's yelling. Shut the fuck up. What y'all want to eat?
Fuck you, Dion.
This is the kicker, no, Chris. She goes, I ain't eating. I go, nigga, you just ordered food. Yes, you are.
No, because you know she's going to be eating.
She was. I can hear her chewing.
He the only motherfucker that can hear me chewing.
No.
I can hear you chewing. I just
they
don't
can hear you
care.
chewing from space. Like, it's because you only chew with them front 5 teeth. And so,
Well, gotta have my. I like eating and talking on the phone. Dion, you just sucks ass. You,
What I do in the comfort of my own home
Sucks
is none of your
ass. You just
business.
sucks
that took the shit out of me. You just suck ass, Dion.
I can. It's the. I can't.
Some people don't like that.
It drives me. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
It probably
He
because
used to
you
do the
got
same
small
thing to me.
ears.
It's not just you. If I hear anybody chewing,
Yeah, some people
it
don't like that.
It drives me insane.
Like,
It's your
I'll
small
be
ears.
trying
It's your small ears, Dion.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what-
I almost tried to like hit Garrett because of it. And then I grew out of it. I don't know. Maybe it is because you got baby ears. But I grew out of it. I just don't like to hear people
There are
smack.
big-eared motherfuckers in the group who have the same problem I do. You ain't gonna be disrespecting my ears. man.
Anybody who with big
You
ears
ever
in the
went to the
group.
hospital to see why your ears didn't grow?
My mom has small ears. I have my mom.
Are his ears small? Are mine
Yes.
small? No, it looks like a regular ear.
I've never seen grown people ears.
Nigga, your ears are the same size as mine.
No.
Nigga, no, they not.
Yes, they are.
Saisha, come here, Saisha. Them are Saisha ear. Saisha ears bigger than yours. Pull your headscarf back.
She's like, you're what?
Them
6?
Saisha ears you got on your head.
You do kind of
And
have
she's
6-year-old.
6.
You have 6-year-old ears.
Yeah, well, I got 35-year-old dick. Fuck all y'all.
Go away, Saisha.
I've never in my life seen nobody with no ears. You never noticed them?
No.
I know. I've never been able to look at it.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Hold my breath and blow? Like,
can't-
how to make my ears bigger?
I can't stop staring now.
You got to get like an ear enlargement surgery. You know, there's like ear reduction surgeries. So somebody,
I'd rather have small ears than them giant ass, keep on growing ass old white man ears that y'all be having.
Hey, my ears
that
are
work?
perfectly normal.
You gonna have hair growing out of them every.
I already
fucking day.
do.
It's disgusting.
Oh, if you have hair growing out of your
I'm
ears,
never gonna have hair growing out.
No, no, you would not. You would not. I can't believe you don't pay attention to shit. That's how white people get killed.
I
By
just,
not looking at my ears, he's gonna die.
I look at Dion's eyes, and when he talks, sometimes his mouth, but that's it.
do you count all the X's and how many people are in the room? Because I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Count
Consistent.
the exits.
I count all the S's and I count everybody in the room. I even do it in the movie theaters. And I hate when people show up late because they be messing up my count. I'm like, somebody just went outside and go to the bathroom, and then this person's coming in. I can't really see them. So is this the same amount of people as last time, or are they messing up my count?
I don't do the count like that, but I have spatial awareness of like, all right, if one of these people is white and crazy, then I know how to get out of
That's
here.
what my daddy always taught me. He said, count everybody in the room.
I don't ever
count all the
sit
S's.
with my back to the entrance of a
Oh,
restaurant.
me either. I don't like when people are behind me. Like the kids are like, "Oh, I know I can't be behind you, and I can only stand to the right of you. You cannot stand to the left."
I
of me."
definitely don't
It
like
make me
people
uncomfortable.
hovering over me either. Like
Do
if
you-
I'm sitting down and you're like Get away from. Why are you standing? I don't. That shit drives me insane.
I always sit with my back to a wall, or I don't like to feel exposed. I don't like, you know, I want to see
I won't go to a restaurant like that either. Where you can walk in the door and shoot me in the back of the head.
Like Abraham Lincoln, I was afraid to get assassinated.
Come and say shit.
I
Right
saw
here.
that story when I was 10 years old. I said, this makes sense, not me.
They did that man dirty.
They did him so dirty.
Who?
Like Abraham Lincoln.
Is he the one with wooden teeth?
No, that was George Washington. He didn't have wooden teeth. He had slave teeth, but they made it cute for the books.
What you mean, slave teeth?
He took teeth from his slaves, you know, like your teeth, and he put them in his mouth, and he had like a whole like mouthpiece made out of slave teeth. It was not wood.
He just
But it
took
was-
the slave teeth?
Yes, Mama. He yanked them out. You see your pretty teeth right there? Gone. Okay, baby.
How would they? I think they'd get brittle and die, though.
Huh?
Like, if you're taking teeth out of people, like, don't they have to be plugged in or something?
I don't know.
Get your hand off my shit.
I don't know, but he would re-up on the teeth like every 5 years.
Re-up.
And I'm serious.
Re-up.
Yeah. And so there was like this one group of slave people, they had some good teeth. So he'd be like, I'm plotting on a girl when she get older. Like, so he'd be he'd be looking at this one slave family.
You ever
Did you
hear
hear
that?
this?
Huh?
Where did you read this at?
I read this in a book a long time ago.
I've been
like,
to-
you can Google it.
I've been to Mount Vernon, and there were wooden teeth, but like there were like teeth in the
Teeth.
yeah.
I went to Mount Vernon too. I was like, man, fuck this entire place. I hope it burns down.
I never
These
been to Mount
fucking people walking around this goddamn slave plantation with fucking smiles on their faces like this is a cool place. Isn't it cool that the president lived? You're like, fuck this place. He was an asshole. He was a shitty human being, and y'all walking around here like this nigga was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Fuck George Washington.
Yeah.
Raggedy piece of shit. I was like, I do not want to go to this. But I was on one of those tours like,
What is Mount Vernon?
it's where he lived.
No, but is that like in Washington?
Yeah.
It's kind of
I've never
outside.
been
Yeah,
there.
it's south
Oh,
of it.
See, I never
Man,
had a
they're like, this is where his slaves lived. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
This isn't cool. I'm not happy about
Does
this.
this feel like home to you?
Screw this entire plantation. I hope all of it catches on fire. I would not feel bad at all if it burnt all to the ground.
One
they
good
still
lightning
had
storm away.
they still had the structures and there's black people working
What
there.
is
I'm like,
Mount
y'all
Vernon?
niggas ain't
That's Mount Vernon was his house.
Where is it located?
They say in
in
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a field trip?
Did you not go
I
on
never
like
had tickets.
the 7th grade field trip to? Did you go on like a school field trip?
No, I went as
Oh,
an
you mean
adult.
Plainfield?
Yeah. Like 6th grade, they always took us to DC.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I said
We couldn't
overnight.
afford to go. I wanted to go, but we couldn't afford to go.
Overnight in a room with white people, I was like, no.
We're not going to bring your racism on this podcast.
First of all, I'm not being racist. I just
Well,
did
why
not
you
want to
say
be
white
overnight
people?
because they were white. Now, Christopher, you went to the same school I went to.
Yeah.
Were they white?
You guys increased the black population of this town by like
50%.
50%.
There was me and Garrett,
Yeah.
and it was all. And I knew I had to get paired up with one of them girls. I did not like any of
Well,
them.
then why don't you just say, girl, why you got to say skin color?
White.
Why you got to be white? I mean, why you got to say
Why they got to be white? I don't know why they
I'm
got to be white.
offended because
Chris,
people
why you got to
gonna-
be white?
Why you got to put a race in there? Just say you didn't like the people.
White.
It's dirty niggas too, you know.
I'm not. I didn't go to school with no Negroes. I went to school with whites.
So, but you don't have to say whites.
They were white.
But you don't have to
This
say
is
that.
the descriptive. It's like saying tall, white.
No, you just say you didn't want to be in the room with them hoes, or you didn't want to be in with them cunts.
I didn't want to be in there because they were white.
Well, that's racist.
Thank you.
No, I
Chris.
don't want to because like they were already always trying to touch my hair. I wasn't trying to explain a bonnet to them. I wasn't trying to explain lotion.
Well, that's not.
Or-
that doesn't
they
have
were
anything
white.
to do with race. Okay, people are curious. You know,
Because they're-
people are curious. Like I'm curious
Yeah,
that
I literally-
he's the type of white that would literally catch on fire in the sun. So I don't
And
say.
you should be against the sun just like I am.
No, but-
Rise against it.
So you can't say whites. Don't
White.
say whites.
They
Just
were
say-
white. Now look at eggs and cookie. Them people was white. I don't know why we playing these games. We tip-tap-toeing. What?
You don't, Garrianna, what I'm saying to you is you cannot say you didn't want to go with somebody because they were white. How about because that person wasn't shit, or that she was a bitch, or she was a cunt? I take those things better than other than race because I don't want you to say you don't like nobody for the color of their skin because you might marry
white.
Well, you might marry a good white man one day.
I bet you I won't because he white. Do you see how this?
You might be racist, daughter.
Nah, there's no such thing as reverse racism, but you tried it today.
What she's saying.
Also,
is
I
like
wouldn't
if
get married anyway because marriage is a archaic institution. That's how they oppress you.
Go, Chris.
You go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go, Dion. Maybe you could talk some sense into it.
You probably.
I understand what Garrianna is saying. As far I understand both sides. She didn't like them because of their white culture and them not knowing shit about black people. That bothered her. I get that.
Now I can say that, but you can't say you don't like somebody because they're white.
But let me just say, because you brought up the bonnet. I have no idea why you wear that, and I've been curious, and
Won't you ask, nigga?
Who am I going to ask?
Us.
That's why I'm asking. That's
It's to
part of it.
protect our
Like
hair.
if
It keeps the grease out the pillowcase.
okay,
Why do we wear a bonnet, Garrianna?
Why do you wear a bonnet? You don't even wear bonnets.
It protects your hair at night.
Yeah, that's it.
but that's one of those things
And
where it's like people should learn black culture, but if you're going to be hostile when they ask, I get, but I understand where you're saying like I just don't want to fucking talk about it all the time.
I think she just didn't like the people. I think she didn't like
exist.
I think she did not like the people that she went to school with, and that's why she feel the way she do about people. And then to me,
No, because don't play it. Them people at my school were garbage.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
And I get along with almost everybody else.
But let me ask you this, since we're talking. Do you feel like all white people are like the people that you was raised with or at your school?
All the people around here, yeah, because they all went to the same school as me. So I'm going to say, yeah, all the white people around here.
Chris didn't go to school with you.
We talking about Chris? I don't really. Chris doesn't do anything to me. I don't feel no way toward Chris. Like it's just blank.
Yeah, she literally does not care about my existence. Like there's no hatred, there's no like.
That's how I feel about white people. I just don't care. I don't put. They're not like in the back or the front of my mind. They just exist, and then I exist. I don't think about, will a white person like if I do this? Will a white person get mad if I say this? I just kind of like.
Well, I don't think about that either, but I want you to realize that we're all people, and I don't want you to judge people by the color of their skins, or I don't want you to judge white people about shit that happened 50 to 100 years ago.
Did I bring up slavery or anything like that?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm bringing up the white kids I went to school with. They were garbage.
Well, I can understand.
And they were white.
That, but I don't want you to say.
And you don't care to see them become better than what they are.
What do you say? What do you mean?
Like, so.
You mean growth as an individual?
Right, because.
Oh, yeah, we should all go through growth.
Okay, so in order for.
But I'm not about to help you grow.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So
that's you.
How you want them to grow, but you're not going to help them to grow. So how can you expect them to ever grow?
Because
if you're the only black person that they're going to come in contact with, because there's only two of y'all, right?
Yeah.
So
in my whole class?
Yeah, there was you and Garrett. Right?
Oh no, he wasn't in my class.
There were
There was me and Rochelle. We mean like full black people or mixed people.
I graduated in 2002 from Plainfield, and I bet you out of the 1,300 kids, there may have been one or two mixed kids. I don't know if there were a lot of Muslims, but no, which
mixed kids were.
So here's a prime example what Dion is saying.
The point I'm trying to make is it's both sides. You don't want to spend your time educating people who are completely uneducated. You don't want to start at the bottom because you've been living that your whole life. Mm-hmm. At the same time, the whites looking at you as, why are you so hostile? It's like, because, bro.
No, white
be
people.
Quiet,
no
be
white
quiet,
people
let him
call
finish.
me
Be
hostile.
quiet, let him finish.
When white people are afraid to ask questions because they don't want to make you feel like you need to explain. They don't want to be the reason for you to be upset. Their ignorance, for lack of a better term, for them to explore their ignorance, they need to ask questions.
Yep.
But if when they ask any question, it's met
mad.
with, God damn, I don't want to be this nigga that has to explain everything to you all the time. Like,
and we don't get better. We don't get better at the world.
Not only does it just shut them down, but it keeps them from being able to grow. And that's something that I had to learn how to deal with as a black dude who wanted white people to understand what it is. Like, white people need to understand why we're angry, and we need to better do a better job of not
right.
being so angry to where we shut them down.
Because I think you guys could say at the beginning of this podcast, it's like, I didn't know how to talk about any of this, and I wasn't really, like, I was afraid to, because my reaction had always been, if I tried to ask questions, there was an anger, and I'm just like, I didn't do anything, I'm just trying to ask. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm never like, if you ask me a question, it's not like I'm going to be angry about it. I'm going to answer your question. It's not going to be the first thing. It's not like an episode of Blackish where the first thing I'm going to do is try to educate you on something. I don't care to do that. Because this boy, like, a boy this weekend, he direct messaged me. He was like, why don't you like it when white people retweet the N-word? And I just gave him a list why. He was like, okay, thank you, cool. I'm not hostile to people.
Well,
it's this
you
whole
never
thing of,
hostile.
I don't want to answer the question in the first place, but if I got to answer the question, I'm going to answer if I feel like in the mood to answer the question, I think you're going to be receptive to an answer, I'll give you an answer. But I'm not going to argue with somebody or talk to somebody who I know is not going to be receptive to the answer. It's a good waste of my breath. Very fat. I only got so much breath to live. I'm not about to waste my good breath on you if you're not about to take in anything I'm about to say.
yeah, my vibe with Garrianna has always been like, I feel you're unapproachable.
Thank you. That's the air I wanted everybody to feel.
And you're very into your world, and you're not looking to, if you wanted to get beyond your world, you get beyond your world. You treat people the way that they treat you. Like, you're nice to me because I'm nice to you. We don't have long, in-depth conversations because I can tell you don't want that. You know, like, you're not looking for a new friend, and I don't take offense at that. Like, you know, I think you're very different than Miss Pat in that respect.
Yeah, because I'm a very private, very antisocial person to begin with. You just happen to be in my home, and the nice thing to do is to talk to people.
Right.
But I don't naturally try to start a conversation with people because I'm very much like, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time. I'm just be
saying,
nice. I'm going to be kind to you, and that's all.
I don't want you to cut people off because they have a different skin color. I mean,
Mama, now I'm about to be, look at me, I'm about to be a racist. I have white friends. And if you ask any white person I went to school with, they'll say that I'm
I know
lovely.
you was very popular, but I don't
Very
want you,
popular.
But at the beginning of this
Class clown.
conversation,
Me, I won. Thank you.
You do use white as a pejorative term. You do use it as a term to put people down. I don't take offense to it but I do see her point of view that, like, at what point do you allow yourself to grow a little bit and be more respectful? Because I wouldn't dare use black as a pejorative, you know, just because it's diminishing and it's putting somebody down. And so if you want that
same, problem with being called black. Being black is not diminishing; it's what I am.
But if I used it in the way of like, oh, that guy's just he's
no. If you
black.
use it in a way and say, I didn't go on the field trip because the blacks was in the room, it would be racist.
Yeah, right.
It would be, and you said the whites, and to me, sitting here, you know,
as a white, tell me how you feel.
it's sort of it's kind of happening in our group where people are making fun of Trump people and conservatives and Republicans in the group in a way that's very rude. And if somebody
it's never Chris going with that white boy shit, it ain't never rude to make fun of the president.
They're not making fun of they're making fun of the people. They're like, one person posted a meme of all Republicans are Klansmen. That shit is.
Now, I don't like that. Did you check it out?
I left it up because I wanted to make the comment that it wasn't appreciated in our group, because that is just because it is socially acceptable to put Republicans down or to use the term like whites in a pejorative way, it doesn't mean that you should do it, you know? And I think that's what she's saying. Like, I don't appreciate when somebody gets in the group, and I'm not a conservative and I'm not a Trump supporter, but don't come in our group and like put all those people down and call them racist, because not all those people are racist. Like, I mean, you can't have a dialogue with somebody if you're putting them down at the beginning.
And it's nothing wrong with people thinking different from you. It's nothing wrong. That's why I don't understand why in the fuck would somebody be mad at somebody for practicing a different religion, for somebody thinking something different. I'm curious. I like conversation with people that's different from me. You see,
here's the hypocrisy of that statement. This country wasn't designed for what they say it was.
That's true.
So when white people tell you, we all have this freedom and liberty to express ourselves.
That's not
true.
true.
We don't. We don't.
And I'm hoping that when you listen to this podcast, you beginning to realize that shit that went on at those state capitals this week with white people with guns and marching and screaming for the mayor. If black people would have did that, they'd have shot every fucking body. So that lets you know right there that we're never gonna be equal. It's not liberty for all. It's liberty literally for white people, white American. Y'all, they get to do shit black people can't do and still fighting to do. So you have to, when you're thinking about shit like that, you have to be aware that we're not all equal. And I give you an example that just popped in my head. Like I said, I like to buy shit off of Marketplace, and I like to buy shit, right? Clearance shit. So I go over and I buy some furniture from this white lady who live in Carmel, which is a really rich neighborhood here. I think you remember this. Richest County in Indiana. So I pull up in there, and she's like, I know who you are. And I'm like, okay, fuck. And so she gave me a really good deal on what I was buying, and all of it couldn't fit on my truck. So I said, okay, I'm going to send my son back. So literally she said, oh, just tell him to hit this button on the garage door and come on in my garage. And I said, ma'am, you don't understand. I said, do you realize my son is black? I said, do you realize where you live at? I said, ma'am, do you realize that your neighbor will probably come out and shoot my son thinking he's stealing something that I paid for? And the lady literally started crying and said, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about that. Well, you don't have to when you're white America. But I have to because I'm black America. And we ain't equal. And we're not the same. And I don't give a fuck how much you want to say we are, but we're not. So
I do want to push back on the protests because when Ferguson happened, that for me was the moment when I started to pay attention, because I wasn't one of the people that was like, oh, fuck Black Lives Matter. Like, I was like, all right, something significant is happening here. What's going on? What am I not getting? Because clearly something's not happening. And that's when I started to pay attention to police shootings and just racial injustice in general. I don't feel like the opposite is true of what the reaction towards these protesters. There isn't the same level of trying to understand what they're talking about. Like, why do you guys just dismiss them and say, I'm not willing to listen to what they're talking about?
Because they're putting other people's lives in jeopardy in the long run. Because they want to open up. Who are you talking about? Which protesters? It's not the same thing.
Wait a minute. Which protesters are you talking about?
The people up at the State House. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Because it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Black people's lives are in jeopardy, and we're trying to get them out of jeopardy. When you talk about Black Lives Matter,
white people's lives because they want to go outside.
Yeah, white people. These white people protesting are white people who are putting people's lives in jeopardy because they want to go outside, because they want low paid workers to do what they want them to do, which is cut their hair, and so they can go into restaurants.
They're
and stuff,
fighting
and
for their freedom to be comfortable.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable right now, and they don't like that. Anytime you make a white person uncomfortable, you see the ugly side of this country. Anytime a white person gets uncomfortable, look at when the stock market crashes, look at after Obama got elected, we got Trump. Anytime you make people outside of their comfort zone, what they're used to, what's something different, they always revert back to that person you see at the State House yelling and screaming at police. You aren't allowed to tell me what I can and can't do. Every single time. That's what this country has always been.
Do you agree or disagree?
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson told the king, you can't tell me what the fuck to do.
Period, Chief.
That's all we are as a country. Is that screaming dude, you're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do. That's all we are. That's all we've ever been. That's all we're ever going to be. Because anytime we try to move past that, the guns come out, the protesting comes out, the ridiculousness, just the pure stupidity of marching to the State House to scream, open up a restaurant.
To try to save your life.
Save the lives of the
ridiculous thing that a Republican senator came out and said, some people need to die so we can get back to making money. How fucking
that was not the ridiculous. When he said grandmamas and grandpas gonna
You're gonna have to sacrifice for your country.
What?
How can any American sit there and see this and want to vote for that.
And you can say all you want that that's not the majority of this country, but that
is.
the evidence is clearly showing the opposite.
And
Because you have all these Democratic centers where all these Democratic people, the big cities, but what are the small town people? Huge families. They're all think the same way. They're not public with it. You may not know who your cousin voted for, but he identifies with that motherfucker. He identifies with that Republican man. He identifies with that person at the State House. He might not be out there protesting, but he's sitting in his house like, yeah, he's got the right idea. I don't like being told what to do. And then when black people do it, it's like, oh, Colin Kaepernick, how dare he take a knee?
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same thing. The exact same thing. When a black person says this country ain't shit, people get mad. When white
Go
people
back to your country.
When white people say this country ain't shit and you can't tell me what to do, he's a patriot. He's like
That's where I agree. The hypocrisy of it, where the people who are at the State House, which I agree are being complete morons, like that's a good opportunity in my mind to say to those people, and that's something that I've been trying to say to like libertarians that follow me. You have to understand that your anger right now, you have to understand that discomfort is how a lot of other people feel. It's a good time
all the time
to start a dialogue. And I think that if we're dismissive of people, and because the reality is, I know the people who organized the Indiana State House rally, for instance. The majority of those people that went, those are they're the Alex Jones people. They literally don't think it's real. You see the science from the thing. It's like the virus is fake. But their anger is shared by a lot of people about certain things, and it's a good time to say to those people who aren't idiots, who aren't going to these things, like, hey, think about these things. Think about maybe your own hypocrisy about these issues. Where can we all find common ground and start to work together? We lose that ability to have that common ground when we just say, fuck you, it's like... I just don't like dismissing people. I think that there's a lot of, when I look at Twitter from the left, the reaction towards these protesters is not, what are they angry about? Where's the common ground? It's, let's make fun of these people, which I totally...
understand why that happens?
Explain it. Why?
So when a conservative tries to stop you from living your life, whether you're LGBTQ or black, they literally try to stop you from just being who you are based off their religion and their morals. You're just trying to live your life. And they're coming and telling you, you're not like me. I don't like how you do it. It affects my money, and I'm going to stop you from doing that. Yes. And your response to me is you can't dismiss that person. No, my very first thought is, fuck that guy. Because he's a piece of shit. Because all I'm trying to do is be alive and live my life. That's all I'm trying to do. And you're literally writing laws to make my life harder? Go fuck yourself. I have no sympathy for you because you started it. I was just trying to live my life. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all we're all trying to do. And you make it harder because I'm not like you. And you can't respect our differences. And then you have the nerve and the audacity to ask me to give you a chance when I just watched you fuck over my ancestors for how many years? I'm not giving you a chance. You haven't earned it. You have done nothing to earn it. You've stolen everything. You haven't earned shit. Free labor. You inherited all the money that free labor earned. And then you have the audacity to tell me to be nice to you? Go fuck yourself.
So in your own words, the people that are protesting want the government off their back, and you just said you want the government off your back. You want this system off your back, and you don't think that you have common
We want
ground?
white supremacy off our backs.
Yeah, I want you to recognize that I'm different from you, but we can be okay.
Black people don't have a problem with the government. We don't have a problem with the government. We don't have a problem with rules. And I've told you this many times, when shit break out, pandemic, everybody crazy, black people are always cool and calm as a cucumber, as they say. We don't give a fuck about no pandemic because we We always in a fucking pandemic. We always worried
The
about.
struggle is always on us.
Yes, it's all we
To
always
just be alive.
just to be alive.
can I-
I'm gonna get killed at the store, or fucking this. We always got something. We always worried about something. And I hate to turn this racial, but we don't have the same worries.
Yeah, because when the recession happened, black people have been in a recession since the 70s. We've had 20% unemployment rates since forever. Our lowest unemployment rate has been in the last 10 years under Obama and then I guess under Trump. Let's not talk about it. But
Give
we've
Trump
had
his credit.
No, he ain't did nothing. We've had 20% unemployment for years. And then the rest of America got to what was the highest unemployment rate during the time? 10%? That was nothing. We were already broke. And that's what's so
the panic
different.
of uncomfortability that pisses people off. It's like you guys get uncomfortable for 3 months. Try being this uncomfortable for 35 years. Like, I don't have the time or the patience or the energy or the care to feel sorry for you.
Yeah,
I don't. Like, you caused this problem because you didn't listen, because you never listen, and I don't mean you specifically.
I know you.
But like
What?
white America creates its own problems, and then they get mad at everybody else for having to deal with the problem they created.
Yeah.
It's like all these Mexicans coming across the border to get our jobs. Well, you created
they
the
brought
jobs.
the Mexicans. You know, the United States went out and got the Mexicans to do shit Americans wouldn't do
Yeah.
for cheaper labor. Mexicans just didn't start coming over here in 1980.
They're taking our jobs in China. You shipped them there.
You shipped them there. They been shipping our jobs to China. Mexicans has been coming to America to take our jobs. Or coming
Black
to
people
America.
on welfare. You stopped Reconstruction. You didn't even reconstruct nothing. You quit.
Yeah.
You quit.
Every
Every problem America has it's created
it's self-created.
And then you get mad at other people. You
When
try
we-
to blame it on the black
Yeah,
people.
it's like-
You try to blame it on the Mexican, the gays. My God, you did it to yourself at the end of the day. Period.
And I'm gonna
And
say
all
this.
I'm saying is
I'm
it's-
gonna say this. White men fucked up this country.
If you look at the evidence,
Do you agree, Chris?
that
White men were in charge.
There's history of it.
But
yeah, so
there
if you're
were
in
there were
charge,
also
you messed it up.
but Abraham Lincoln was also a white man. I mean, I
he messed
think
it up too.
I think kind of blanket.
I don't know why white America think we so happy about Abraham
fuck
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, he was a piece of shit too.
First of all, he gave us back rights we were equal. We were supposed to have anyway, just because we were alive. You got the right to not be a slave just because you were human. It's a human right to be free. And you're going to give us back something we were inherently given at
the
birth?
only
So
reason-
stop. So that's like if I say, "Give it up, nigga. Give me your wallet," and then I give it back to you. it was
That's
already-
her finding.
I get that, but my point is that
Give me your wallet,
I think
then.
like
Give me your
blank-
wallet.
If you're gonna
First of all, you got to ask, what was his motivation for doing that? The only reason he did it was to keep the country together.
One more time.
He didn't give a fuck about us being black and enslaved. He gave zero shits about that. Now, you're asking me as a black American to respect that? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't even like the Civil War. Black people are fighting for freedom that they should have already had.
tape.
I don't think black people should have had to fight in
Put on tape.
the Civil War if we fought in the Revolutionary War for our freedom to begin with. That's when we should have been free after the Revolutionary War.
Here's what I want people to understand why I get so upset is because we do not look at the lowest common denominator. Like, you can feel however the fuck you want to feel, but look at the evidence. Because the evidence doesn't give a shit about your feelings. If you don't like being called racist, then don't be racist. Actively fight against racism. And you have to understand what the institution of racism has created. It has created the white comfort of being ignorant to all the shit that people are telling you we're still dealing with. And you have the nerve to say, I don't think that's right.
And it's created a
With
permanent underclass.
With zero evidence, you do no research.
No.
You don't investigate any of the problems we've had.
I just want to say, Dion is not talking to Chris. He's talking in general.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just the person who says, I don't understand racism. Well, what have you done to understand racism?
Ooh, period, King.
What have you done? Because if you're expecting
do
me,
you understand racism?
yeah.
if you're expecting me to explain it to you, then you're not fighting
I
against.
just told you that I listened to your little Black Lives Matter thing.
What little Black Lives Matter thing?
I'm joking.
Black. He just fucking right. He listen to Black Lives Matter.
No, I think there is a large segment of. I mean, millennials are 60% multicultural. I think
Multicultural. What does that mean?
multi-ethnic or
okay.
yeah. So like,
There's a lot of light skins. That's what you're gonna say.
so I think the reality is that black unemployment. I have no idea. I'm just guessing here. Is that in general, people want to see a change and they're in positions to make change happen. They want to see women, people of color have more opportunities and understand that imbalances and want to fix it. Like I look at it and I go, there is a movement. There is a desire from a majority of this country to make a change.
Did you hear what you just said, though?
Yeah.
What you said?
Black unemployment. You've already subcategorized me.
I'm repeating back what she just said.
But what I'm saying is the system has already subcategorized me. They just call them American unemployment. I'm an American. I just so happen to be black. That's it. I'm no different from you other than the fact that my skin color is different from yours.
He chocolate.
The remote control.
Yeah, I got a big dick.
Yeah, not all things are equal.
What I'm
Dion.
saying
Why don't you
is
redistribute some dick this way, pal?
You should talk to your grandfather about that one.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like you got to look at the reason why we separate things the way we do. It's
Because when we talk about women, who are we talking about? We're talking about white women. When we talk about men, who are we talking about? We're talking about white
That
men.
particular metric.
And then everything else is subcategorized.
Our baseline is white male or white female.
No,
white
that
woman.
particular metric and metrics of that type are a system of measurement by the government to measure across a broad spectrum of things. That particular number of black unemployment has been cherry-picked by Donald Trump for a very specific reason. Of
course.
And it is to deflect from his deep-seated racism. Yeah. And so I don't want people like... And it's easy to look at that and go, I shouldn't be categorized, and you're right, but there is also a broad spectrum of categorization just so we can go, what's changing in society? It's not a way to oppress people just because you say...
You have to understand what quote-unquote society is. For the longest time, I wasn't part of society at all. At all.
What was you? A hound dog?
Yeah, when...
Mama, we
when
were
you
animals.
not in
Remember
society?
we were three-fifths?
We
were
weren't
3/5
considered
of a human?
We were
Nigga,
considered
I weighed
property.
200
That's a
280
dog,
pounds.
baby. Woof, woof.
That was not me.
In the barnyard.
I was not the 3/5 nigga.
Yes,
I
you
came
were, because
along.
they treated you like you 3/5. You got put in the ghetto. You eating fat back all your life. And you got $100 worth of food stamps. You were 3/5.
My mama got a lot of
And now
food
you're
stamps.
5/8 because you're fat.
She's also the richest person I know.
Yeah.
You don't know that many people.
You goddamn lie. Tom is rich.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Tom's rich. Yeah.
Everybody on that show
You
got
got
more
me.
money than me.
You got- yeah.
I'm about a fifth.
My point is,
We love each other.
I do.
He almost said he love you, Chris.
Say it.
I
No
respect
homo.
you so much
so much more.
for
And
your ability to listen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You-
Because I brought this shit together.
You learned how to get past the emotional block of what you're hearing does to you.
Right.
And a lot of people, for whatever reason, can't do that. They get emotional the moment they start hearing pushback from what they're comfortable from. And I applaud you, Miss Pat, for creating that space for him to grow in his comfort
You
zone.
too, nigga, because you was a little crazy too when I met you.
People in general, they get uncomfortable when they don't agree, but they don't know why they don't agree. They don't have the words.
Understanding.
Yeah, I think
When they don't understand.
So-
why, like when people push back to me when they don't understand, like when you say, like if you like rewind this to a year and you'd have walked in my house like, why y'all got these rags on your head? We would have been like, nigga, what you mean? Why we got these motherfucking rags on our head?
I wouldn't have put it that way. I would have been more respectful. May I please inquire why you have such do-rags on your head?
Chris, stop. Do you think that this is a do-rag?
No, he's
No,
fucking around.
I'm fucking around, Garrianna.
Chris. I can't. You know, that's not good jokes.
My
That was
racism
a
is
good joke.
my racism is not that deep seated.
Yeah. But I mean, so today you said something like, well, I am curious, why do you have on a bonnet? And we told you.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I think I learned a lot from white culture. You know, like I learned how they work and from dealing with my dentist and dealing with Chris and people in general, just from shows and
Dealing
shit.
with Chris is what she just said.
Yep.
I mean, you know, just
Dealing
like, I've never lived into a white neighborhood before.
Yeah.
This is my first white neighborhood I ever learned. I learned a lot about white culture.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd have just been riding through here, I wouldn't know why a white bitch was laying in her fucking driveway. I'd have been running like, bitch, is your dad. But you fucking with the lady tanning time.
Yeah,
She's in a fucking driveway tanning. So now when I ride by my neighbor, I'm like, hey, girl, get that blackness on. And I keep going.
yeah. I think there's ignorance in general, and people have to accept that they are ignorant. But not all ignorance is negative. Like my ignorance of a bonnet is a neutral ignorance. It's not, and my asking is not to put anybody down. It's because I'm genuinely curious about something I don't know or understand.
But those are the questions
it just
that
makes-
we as Black America, White America, Mixed America, Chinese, Mexican, we need to start talking.
The ignorance that I think that is frustrating is when somebody knows I should have. I look at Ferguson or I look at these rallies and I should go, what's the deal here? And you don't, because fuck
You don't
them.
care.
Fuck that class.
Fuck that class.
that. Like, fuck
and I
that
need
group of people.
everybody, because we got to end this bitch. I need everybody who listening. If you don't do shit, go and Google Black Wall Street.
This is the only documentary she ever seen. And it's only okay.
Ain't nobody asking
Yes,
shit.
baby.
You dying
Because
to
we
talk.
watched the documentary and I did. Thank you. Period. Black queens, black kings.
You shouldn't. But anyway,
Watching it.
Black
first of all,
people love calling themselves kings and queens. Nigga, ain't that many kingdoms. Not everybody's a king and queen. No, you
Thank
know
you.
how many people would be serving you if everybody was a king and queen? I hate that shit. Black king, black queen. Stop that. We don't got to go
no,
that deep.
Yes.
we
gotta keep
have to
them
put you up
confident.
because so many people put you down,
Yeah.
King.
King.
We know King don't drive cars with no tires, but you's a king.
Got tires
And
on my
most-
car. You keep talking about my
most
goddamn
likely-
tires.
Well,
You gonna
we
meet them
know-
niggas, I guarantee you.
Well, we know kings don't drive cars with no side mirrors.
Most
You ain't got
likely-
them niggas.
Nigga, your king was fucking you didn't have a back seat. What you talking about?
Most likely, all of us in this room were slaves in Africa, and that's how we got put on a boat to America. But we gonna act like we weren't something we weren't. Okay, we're gonna prop ourselves up. Okay, period.
So king,
Queen.
and so is he a king?
He's something. He's a
Say it. Say it.
He's a duke. He's a court jester. Please dance for us.
Entertain me, monkey.
Y'all
juggle?
I love you, Chris.
Like
Every
he
person.
say he love you. See
I
how
know.
far this podcast has come. Dion literally told the first white man ever that he loved him.
The
'Cause-
first white man ever.
Yes, you the first white man he ever said he loved.
Yeah.
And
No, he's not.
who else you love?
I have a bunch of white friends that I love.
Not like Chris. Not like Chris.
No, I think that's the core of it. Is that once Dion and I have talked, you know, Dion's a democratic socialist and I'm an anarchist libertarian, and
What
like
am I?
confused. and you know, when Dion and I talk about what motivates our politics,
What motivate my politics?
Money. Wait, what did she say? What did he say?
Yeah, money.
We got it. Now we agree. Look at that. Full circle.
At the core of it, because there's a long conversation in the Patreon for people where when you get down to it, like Dion and I look at it and like our end goal is to help people, and we care about individuals, and we want people to be better. We want people to be helped. Like we just have different solutions, and at the core of it is not like it doesn't have to be a battle.
Black and white.
It's just like George Bush says. We don't need all this partisan bickering in a time of
Oh, you're gonna quote George Bush in this house?
yeah.
Ooh, I love George Bush. He's one of my favorite presidents.
Yeah, because you slow like him.
She's so mean.
I know, bitch.
Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Y'all probably, if you were in the same class, y'all would be in the back giggling together, not paying attention. Read in the 6th grade, reading.
You
the
ain't
3rd
gonna
grade
keep
level.
on putting me down. I'm one of
is
the
a-
You are
smartest.
queen.
She is a queen.
Yeah, I'm one of the
I
smartest
have a
bitches
feeling
you
Miss
ever
Pat
know.
and George Bush will be in the back eating, twisting, shouts.
Shut the real.
Period. They seem like
say what?
They
So
seem
you
like
and George
the
Bush
set.
should be in the back and twist and
I
shout.
feel like if you met George Bush, you guys would instantly be friends.
First of all, George Bush is filthy rich. Shut the fuck up. First of all, George Bush is filthy rich. Second of all,
and
I
I
don't
care about his
eat,
money.
shout, and twist of any motherfucking thing.
Have you ever seen George Bush and Michelle Obama at any event? They're always
Yeah.
cutting up with each other.
I'm gonna put you.
And you could be, it's gonna be Michelle Obama, Miss Pat, George Bush,
They'd have
the weirdest couple in the world. Charlie's Unangels.
I think that like George Bush was hanging out with Ellen, and Ellen took so much shit over that. George Bush took shit over it, and you just go, that's exactly what we need to do. And Ellen should be with George Bush because George Bush is less likely to be George Bush if he got to nose an Ellen.
He didn't atone for what he did.
He what?
He didn't atone for the bullshit that he caused. He
Who?
didn't. George Bush. He never
Sit down,
apologized.
Dion. It's okay.
No, I got to get ready to go. My hips are locking up. But I'm just saying, like,
There ain't a lot of meat there to keep it together. Leave him alone.
here's the thing. Like, when you
Nigga, are you a
when you
Lego?
say I'm getting old. Like, I don't exercise at all. My shit's fucking bad. Like, it's bad.
Did something slip? These kids need to put you back together because they know how to do Lego. This a track right here to a Lego.
That's the Hot Wheels track.
Put the Hot Wheel track down. These
Are you
children
done?
are terrified.
She just beat me like one of her kids.
Well, I like George Bush. I like everybody. And I just want you to go out
Donald
and have
Trump?
Donald Trump.
Thought you liked everybody.
The whole purpose of this conversation
I'm just saying,
today,
he just need to die
shut
with
up.
it.
The whole purpose of this conversation today, go out and talk to somebody that don't look and live like you so we can all start having those conversations and we can all grow as a country.
But don't do it to me.
Garrianna, come give me a hug.
Absolutely not. Do not touch me.
How are we going to start this?
First of all, there's only 4 people in this house that I hug. Boom, 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 boom. Have I ever hugged you? Think about that. Okay, make it 3.
All right.
Have I ever hugged
I
you?
got to close my podcast. We want to thank y'all so much and we love you guys. Start talking. Have those conversations. And if you don't know nobody black, start with Dion. He will answer all your fucking questions. Call me up. I'm here. I'm here for you. But we got to start talking as a country so we can start to heal. Ask me the question you would like to ask somebody black so when you're around them, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
And if anybody
And I need-
graduated with a master's degree, please hit me in my inbox. I need recommendations because I don't know anybody. Because I don't talk to people.
Let's do
Thank
this.
you.
If you, what's the email again?
patdownpodcast@gmail.com. Hashtag it. I have a black question.
I think that's what we ought to do. If you have a question about another race or another group of people or something along those lines, send us an email. You check it regularly, right?
Yeah, I will answer it. But if it's dumb, you don't.
Copy Chris Spangle at gmail.com on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tag me in it too.
Yeah, we're gonna answer them good because
Yeah.
we want to start talking, y'all. We need that. We need to get to know about each other culture. We need to not feel uncomfortable when we're around people that don't look like us. Because I used to be scared of white people. I'm no longer scared of you. I know to bring my own seasoned salt, and I know how to act when I come around you guys. Be myself and don't eat the chicken salad.
The whites have sent me here. They've asked you to stop being yourself. I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
You're tired
And
of
with
being
that,
yelled at.
with that, lunch lady Miss Pat is out this bitch. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.